Hey y'all, how you doing? This is Papa Gilly from Swampwater Conjure Botanica. I was kind of in the area because I had to lay some work to rest in a cemetery, so I found a perfect spot here at Roch Cemetery. I just wanted to kind of give you a little tour of the cemetery while I'm here. And this is Albert. I come to see Albert a lot because he tells me he doesn't get any visitors here, so I come here and I always leave him a cigarette. So today I'll leave him one of my cigarettes. But this is my first stop every time I come here, is to bring this for him, because I tell him I'll be back every single time. He tells me that Rita, he can't find Rita, so he's not sure where she is. But Albert and I are good friends. When I come through here, he's always with me. So this is my first place I stop every single time. So I'm going to kind of walk around the cemetery. It's beautiful, you guys. I'll give you a quick tour. I'm going to kind of go the perimeter of the cemetery. This spot right here is where I met Albert. EMF detectors were going crazy. I was with a couple of friends of mine from Pennsylvania, and this is where Albert started to follow us away from where his grave is at. So he kind of showed me where it was. I went back and I'm like, wait a minute, there's Albert. A little story on that. I kind of like the paranormal too, but I have a close relationship with spirits. They just kind of find me. And I think part of the reason why Albert found me is because he's not sure. He's not sure where Rita is. And he doesn't get any visitors here. So I'm his visitor, I suppose. I feel like he was probably a soldier or something. I feel like he was like in some type of military or something. And you can see the tombs. If you're not familiar with New Orleans, all of the tombs are usually above ground. There are a few cemeteries where they're not, but they're rare. This is kind of the perimeter of the first part of Roch Cemetery. It goes all the way around. I won't go all the way around because I want to show you some other stuff. It's beautiful. And this cemetery is closed at night because they don't want people coming in here and vandalizing, of course. Most of the cemeteries here close around 3 or 4 because they were having issues with vandalism. And this is the entrance here. That's St. Roch Street over there. Isn't this beautiful, guys? This is my favorite cemetery in New Orleans. You know, I went to a tour at the St. Louis 1 cemetery. It was pretty good, but you know, it was Save Our Cemeteries, and the cemeteries are a mess. If people are paying $20 per tour to go in there, they should fix it up a little bit, I think. Oh, I think I see a little bottle of rum up there. Oh no, that's Godiva. There's all kinds of little trinkets and offerings that people leave. Most commonly, you'll see little stones put on people's graves, or change, or pennies. Okay, so in here is where the shrine of St. Roch is. It's beautiful. He's a big statue, made in France. Beautiful. But they were having a problem with termites, so they had to close it off, and they're fixing it all up. But when I get a chance to get in there, guys, I'll show you what it looks like. And you can see some of these are below ground, but not often. And if you look at some of them, you will find human bones through here. If you look, you'll see human bones all over the place. And the reason why is because after Katrina, the bodies floated up out of the graves. So there were body parts everywhere. I'll give you an example. I'll show you guys. This is the other half that I didn't come down before, but you get an idea. There's kind of a perimeter that goes all the way around the cemetery. And you'll see here, if you look, human bone remains. Because a lot of times, the old bones are just left there. And with these tombs, some of them are reused by the family. So what will happen is, when somebody dies, the remains will be pushed back. And there's a little chute in the back that all the bones fall down inside. Here is a marble door. I wonder where that came from. Oh, maybe right here, guys, because I see they replaced this one. Beautiful. And I also feel like St. Roch is one of the more active cemeteries as far as paranormal stuff goes. I've done a few investigations inside the chapel and had high EMF levels. So the chapel is definitely a very high activity place. Oh, and over here, I see a candle. Maybe we should light that. Oh no, the wick is way inside there. I'm not going to mess with that. But you can see there's an orange back there with some kind of symbol on it. And then some type of bag back there with a bone. So there is a little bit of kind of, I want to say forms of witchcraft, because I don't know exactly what those are. Okay, so inside part of the chapel you can see. This is St. Roch's room for offerings and things like that. When people pray to St. Roch to heal them, they leave him offerings. This is a big offering room. I have some pictures of the inside of there when it was open, if y'all ever want to take a look at them. Aren't they just amazing? These statues are beautiful. And then this room, to me, is a pretty strange spot. I don't know what happened in here, but there's a lot of sadness here. I picture a boy, like an 18-year-old, sitting in there, sometimes with his hands on his face. Today I still feel the same feeling that I do when I come through here. going to be coming back to Albert's. And that is the end of the tour, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and have an awesome, awesome day, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.